Hello, welcome back, welcome to, if you're new, my name is Abria and welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to film a quick video for you guys on my internship experience, how I liked it, how I got my internship, some of my tips for recruiting season, because I know it is the fall and recruiting season is about to be in full swing. I know in the AUC our massive career fair is this coming Friday, and I thought this would be a cool video just to share. I know when I was going through my process, I didn't see a great deal of videos about this. You know, there's some resume help and all that good stuff, but I just kind of wanted to share my experience and what works for me personally. So let's get into it. If you do not know me and you are new to my channel, hello, welcome. Thank you for watching this video. Definitely subscribe for more videos like this. I also do college vlogs, fashion videos, tons of fun stuff, so I highly suggest that you stick around. I promise you won't regret it. But as I was saying, if you do not know me, my name is Abria Perry. I am a junior at the illustrious Clark Atlanta University. I am a business administration student with a dual concentration in finance and international business. So my internship this summer was a finance internship. It was a banking internship, and it was absolutely amazing. I had a great time, and it was just an awesome experience. So my first tip would be to just relax. Like, just take it easy, take it slow. It is not the end all. What is it? The end all to be all, or be all to end all. Moral of the story, it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? An internship might transfer into a full-time job, or it might help you to figure out what it is that you want to do or you don't really want to do. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like a trial run. You get a chance to see if you really do like what it is that you're doing or what you think that you want to do. Or sometimes it's pretty cool to get an internship that's maybe slightly different than the plan that you had for yourself. That way you can try some different things out, and then that can also help you to validate, I tried this, but this is what I really like. Like, I have a friend who is finance, but she did a marketing internship, really liked it, and now she's figuring out how to combine her finance and her marketing, and you know, that could help her to find her dream job one day. Or, you know, is there really a dream job? But it might just help her to find something that she really likes. So relax. Remember that recruiting season is not going to determine the rest of your life, and this is not going to be, you know, your golden ticket necessarily. You might do it and realize you don't really like this, or you might do it and realize that you really love it. Or you might do it, and within doing it you might meet a connection that helps you to figure out what it is that you really like. Second would be your hard, you know, your tangible. So your resume. Your resume is so important, and it's okay to have different resumes. So I know that I have resumes for scholarships that include some more of my like volunteer work and things that I like to do kind of outside of my academic work. And then I have my resumes that are for like conferences. I have my resumes that are for recruiting. So when I want a job, and you want to make sure that your resume is actionable, it shows what you did. So if you say, okay, I worked at American Eagle. Okay, what did you do at American Eagle? At American Eagle, I was a team supervisor, and I managed 75 plus you know, employees every day, and was responsible for you know, these daily tasks, and I dealt with, you know, $2,000 in revenue every day. So you want to quantify and you want to qualify. You want to explain what it is that you're doing, and you want to have numbers to help represent what it is that you're doing. Because think about the difference of saying, oh, I manage a ton of employees. Okay, I manage 80 employees. Wow, you manage 80 employees and you're 20 years old, you're 19 years old. That really helps to give the recruiter a perspective of what it is that you exactly did. So make sure that your resume is tight. If your school has an office of career and professional development, definitely go there, get help, show them your resume, and make sure that when you're bringing them your resume, you have something to give them. Don't go to them and just be like, oh, I need a resume. There are tons of help, resume prep, templates, so at least try to bring them something to start with. or, you know, tell them, okay, these are the things that I need help with. But if you want help, you have to be willing to help yourself. So start off with something. Make sure that your resume is tight. That is your deliverable. That is what you actually have. As far as the intangibles, remember to be yourself when you're going into recruiting events, when you're doing interviews. Obviously, you want to have those technical skills for whatever it is that you're interviewing. So personally, I'm a finance major, and a lot of my interviews, they did want me to do some ratios or some problems. I've had case study interviews, but I've also had those behavioral interviews where you're just having a conversation with the person and they really do kind of want to see where your head is at, and you want to remember to just relax and be yourself, because when you're thinking too hard or you're trying to say the things that you want them to say, sometimes that's when you trip up, because it's almost like you're reading off a script, and that could, you know, play against you, opposed to you just being yourself, taking your time, listening to the questions, and going about it that way. I've had some really cool interviewers and I've had some really tough interviewers, but all of them taught me some awesome things. One time I had an interviewer, and the first couple minutes, like, she was just looking at me. And I was like, I came in, you know, hi, how are you doing? And she was just kind of looking at me, and I'm like, okay, all right. So, you know, I was a little nervous, but finally we got it rolling, and, you know, at the end of the interview, she was basically just like, I'm sorry that I was just looking at you. I just needed a minute. She's like, you know, I just flew in and I'm tired and whatever. So sometimes there's more going on with them than there is with you, and you have to remember that these people are humans. They're people. They have lives, they have feelings, they have emotions, and there are things that go on with them too. So remember to keep the humanistic aspect of it, and that it's not just all about you. Ask them about themselves. When you have a chance to ask a question at the end of the interview, ask them about their experience. Ask them their perspective on something related to the industry that you're interviewing in. You know, as a finance concentration, there's tons of things always going on in the finance world. Changes, you know, there's things going on with tariffs and whatnot right now. So that would be a great time to ask them a question. So, you know, read up, like, be knowledgeable, not only about the position, but the things that are related to the position, so that then you have some ammo when you're going into the interview. There's nothing worse than having your question and answer session of your interview, and they ask if you have any questions, and you're like, no, I think I know everything. There's no way that you know everything. There's something that you can ask, and they're paying attention to that. So definitely make sure that you think about that in your interview. Thirdly, look the part. Just look good, you know? You don't have to be a business major to have a nice suit and be suited and booted. You know, your appearance, it's important. It's, you know, people say, you know, the way you look is not everything, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes down to it, especially in a professional environment, that is the first thing that people are seeing. And sometimes that translates to how they feel, how serious they feel that you are about what you're doing. So if you walk into an interview and you're disheveled and your suit is wrinkled and your shirt is dirty, then it's like, okay, he didn't even, or she didn't even care enough about this interview to take the time to prepare for it properly, and that could hurt you. So take your time. I'm not saying get the most expensive suit. I'm not saying get the most expensive dress, but work with what you have. If you have a suit, maybe it's not the suit that you love, but make sure that it's pressed. Make sure your shirt is pressed. Ladies, make sure there's no makeup on your collar. I know that's something that happens to me a lot. I get makeup from my face that goes on my collared shirt. So I've started to wear more blouses that come down here, you know, that are U-neck or have a little whatever, so that something's not all up on me. And by the time I do my interview, I'm all caked up and I'm not looking that great anymore. So take your time with your appearance for the day. Take your time with your questions. And again, like I said, just remember that this is not the end of the world. You have time. All of these, you know, you might do all of these interviews and maybe you don't get the position, but think of it as preparation for that one interview that's gonna get you that position that you really, really want. So those are my couple of tips. Just kind of getting you into recruiting season, getting you into, you know, the real world, kind of, sort of, on our way to the real world. I know at my school we're constantly having recruiting events. There's always employers on campus. There's always things going on. So it could be in your, your benefit to spruce up a little bit more when you go into class, instead of throwing on those leggings, throw on a pair of jeans, like just something that it looks like you tried a little bit, but I'm not saying walk around suited and booted. Like today I have on this little t-shirt and it says, today might be your lucky day. And I have on a pair of jeans with no holes in them. Sometimes I do wear distressed jeans, but not overly distressed jeans. But these don't have holes in them today. And I wore some little platforms. If you saw my summer haul, the platforms are in there. They're little silver platform sandals. And you look a little bit more put together because you never know when you might run into somebody. Sometimes we run into recruiters in the line at Dunkin' or in the cafe, and you start chatting with people and you want to put your best foot forward. So just remember that. A little bit about my internship experience and how I got my internship and just the process for me. I got my internship this past summer through a conference. It was a 3-day conference in Charlotte, which I attended, and it was a really interesting conference. It was actually really kind of intense. The first couple of days we did case studies. If you're not a business student or you're not familiar with case studies, they're basically like simulations, but a lot of the time they're really not simulations. A lot of the time they really did happen, especially in the finance industry. So they might be customers that they work with previously, and they'll give you data on them, and it'll kind of be like, for mine, for example, I was working with loans and whatnot. So it was, would you approve this loan? Would you grant this money to this company based on all of this information? So I spent a couple of days there, did that, and at the end we did rounds of interviews, and I interviewed with 7 different departments across the bank that I interned with, and I was granted a position in middle market banking. I got to spend the summer in Boston, Massachusetts, which is my hometown. They were nice enough to send me home and allow me to be back in the city for the summer, which was absolutely amazing. I had a great time. I learned so much during that internship, and if you guys would like me to do another video on how to have a successful internship, because I would consider my internship to be successful, I learned a lot, and I was given a return offer to come back next summer, the summer of 2019, which I am super thankful for. Definitely learned so much. My boss was amazing. My manager, she was amazing. The team that I worked with was amazing, and the other interns were awesome. So if you guys would like to see a video on that and my kind of take on how to have a successful internship and put your best foot forward, definitely like or comment on this video. And I'm wishing you all the best in recruiting season. I know that everybody will crush it, and I am so excited. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on Instagram. You can see a peek into the CAU Business School. Watch my vlogs. The B School is always in there. And obviously I'm biased, but if you're interested in business, CAU, why not? Alright, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks again. Bye.